Praise the Lord, everyone. Just wanted to share something. I saw a video where a young kid, probably about 11 years old, they gave him a haircut like George Jefferson. I believe his father said he had bad grades or acting up in school. He's sitting in the barber chair crying and people laughing, and they think that's a good thing. Humiliating a child don't necessarily correct the behavior. That's something parents responsible for doing while the child is going from infant to a toddler, then moving on up. That we instill the right things in them when they're young. Bible say in Proverbs 22:6 that you train up a child um, in the right ways, and they won't depart from them ways. Uh, Paraphrasing that. So the real question is, how are you training your children? Are you training them up to be very productive, or are you training them up to be a problem for society? Just bringing kids to church is a great start to root them in the right type of training and give them a foundation to stand on. But the parenting part is still a must. Even once your kids leave church and interact with you at home and their siblings and family members, they still have an obligation to know how to act and know how to treat people. So a lot of the social problems we have today comes from bad parenting more than people getting caught up in uh, different type of groups and these hate groups and that kind of thing. It's the foundation that they started with was bad. So our goal as parents is to train them up in the right ways, correct ways, give them correct discipline. Beating the kid too early in life, whooping them, make them resistant to whoopings. I've seen kids at 3 and 4 years old been hit so much that even being a whooping don't even affect them anymore because it was done improperly. Discipline shouldn't be the first thing in correction. Sometimes a good talking to, giving them instructions, showing them how they messed up, where they went wrong at, is better than putting your hands on them all the time, hitting them with objects. Because now you're taking a child who we get at birth, they start at zero, empty, and as they go through life, it's like a computer. You keep downloading apps to them, and everything that you download to your child uh, is how they go react and act in society. If you constantly hitting them, they believe hitting is the method to getting what you want. If you cursing them out, they believe that language should be used anytime they feel anger, because they watching your anger and they know you only cuss them out when they do something wrong. So now you're setting them up to be young out here cursing people or hitting people when they don't know how to problem solve or think for themselves and come up with different alternative. That's why we have so many incidents with police. It's not always the police that's wrong. The whole contact from the police stopping someone or interacting with them, how we react creates a reaction. So training up a child is very important, that we use proper techniques. And to take a child and humiliate him or her and send them back to school to face to be teased every day, to be picked on, will really just kill their self-esteem, their motivation. And you're thinking you're going to help them be better behaved or better educated, but you're really bringing them down even lower, because no one wants to be humiliated. If your employer had the authority to do that to you, you ready to quit the company or fight. So a child cannot quit his family, nor can he defeat his parents in fighting. So they have to stand and deal with that type of humiliation. So I'm just passing just a small message about parenting. It's important for us to first show kindness and love, give them instructions, correctional instructions, and whooping should be always a last resort. Uh, but there are other ways to punish a child other than cutting their hair off and humiliating them, doing some of the harsh things that we come up with, and we film it and put it on Facebook and Instagram for the whole world to see that humiliation, and it's really not showing us that you're a good parent, really showing where parents have failed to properly manage their children in their younger years. When you have kids over 8-9 years old and you're doing all of these harsh things to them, you have already lost the battle. You should be able to talk to your children at any age and get the proper response from them. They should be willing to be ready to do right, correct themselves, and move forward. My kids usually will cry before I even touch them because they feel like they let me down or let their mother down. So they already know that they need to, that they made a mistake and they erred in their ways. And that's how children should be. It shouldn't be that you have to discipline it every time, but there should be a time where you can speak to them, show them what they done wrong, and then help them grow. Because even as an adult, you don't want someone on the job always humiliating you and putting you down in front of co-workers. You would rather them talk to you in private where you can make the proper adjustments to keep your job. So our children is no different. We need to make sure we're not belittling them, especially in public. That's the worst place to discipline someone unless it's an emergency situation where you really need to correct them. But to take a child into a barbershop or somewhere and have their hair cut in a way that now they're going to be the laughing stock of the school or humiliated, it's never, to me, it's not a proper thing to do. So God bless you. Just wanted to share that. I saw the video and it really just bothered me that people think that's the proper thing. Even the ones where I seen fathers fighting their son, call themselves boxing him. You wait till they 16, 17, you want to hit them and try to, make them do right, when the fathers that I seen on video were absent fathers anyway, and now they want to try to make a man out of somebody when they wasn't there themselves to help raise the child and give them proper directions before they reach these age of hanging out in the streets and doing the wrong type of activity. Now you want to try to beat them up and humiliate them as a man to prove your point, which is not going to be proven to the child at all, just making someone even angrier. And then you get people like we see here, shooting up schools, shooting up mosques, shooting up malls, people that have built up anger and just want to take it out on somebody else. So God bless you, and I hope if anybody view this, take it to heart. You might know somebody who might need to hear it, especially young parents. It's a great thing to have someone outside of the family kind of show you that, and you can read Proverbs 22:6 yourself. But the Bible wants us to train children up properly, and then those things we instill in them, they won't depart from them. Thank you. God bless you.